Hello everybody, Dave here. And today is an important day. Because for the first time in a number of weeks, excuse me, I'm going to be able to, imagine that, for the first time in a number of weeks, I'm going to burp. Excuse me, I've just had a sandwich. Yeah, today's going to be the first day in a few weeks where I get to do something with the unit. Because the garden gates are done, they're finished with. There's nothing else I really need to do with them. Actually, there is. Just remembered there is. But it's only one little piece of wood that needs screwing on, that's it. So I'm going to be doing the base, finishing the base off today. That's the aim. And in theory, it shouldn't be too much to do, because all it needs is one coat of clear varnish, maybe two around the back, sides and front. So when you say it like that, there's not a lot to do. However, I've been feeling very run down recently. I haven't even bothered trimming my beard. I've been that run down. Been very run down. I'm running a little bit late today as well. I had a very odd dream last night. I'm not even going to try and explain it. So yes, feeling very unenergized, deflated maybe. Don't really feel like I'm here, if I'm honest. Definitely not motivated. I'm motivated to get the unit, but physically I'm like, and it's not just today. I mean, I was like it last night. And I mean, I'm a person, I've always not coped well with having a nap. It's never had a benefit for me. Whereas recently, pretty much every day, if I don't have a nap, I don't get through the day. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know if it's medication, weather, something physical. I really don't know. But anyway, so I need to try and get this done today. I want to get that unit finished. If I'm able to also do a bit on the door, then great. If not, I'm not too worried, because the main aim is to get the base finished so that I can then get the door to match up. Excuse me. And then we've only got the drawers to do. Now, admittedly, I need to poke myself in the eye. The work table that I'm using, I've got to get some help and get the unit onto the table, but I need to position the table in this tight area that I've got. I need to position the table so that I can actually get access all the way around it without blocking off the room. So I'm gonna have to dick about a little bit, moving the table around. But if I can get this done today, I will be over the moon. Now, I'm not giving myself a time constraint today, although I have just found out that one of my dad's friends is coming over tonight, and they're going to be in here this evening. So there may become a point, if I'm here quite late, where I can't do it. Well, I won't do any more video updates. I might wait till I get home, because I don't like doing these videos around people. Anyway, right, so I need to crack on with this. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need to do on this base unit. I know I need to completely screw in the backing piece on the top, and varnish. And I know on one of my recent videos I mentioned I was a bit annoyed with my masking of the drawers. To be honest, I'm very annoyed with it. To be honest, the masking tape I've used, for whatever reason, just isn't... I know I said I'd got problems cutting it, but it's not even fucking sticking, which has really pissed me off. So I've decided to kind of ignore the drawers. They're still at my house. I was going to bring them today, but then I thought to myself, well, hang on a minute, there'll be nowhere to put them here. So I might as well wait until I'm ready to do them. I'll bring them then. And just save myself, because space is limited here for me at the moment. So I'll keep them mine out of the way. They stay warm and dry. Not that they weren't warm and dry in here, but yeah. So yes, I need to crack on. I need to stop waffling, and I need to crack on. Come on, Dave. I really am struggling to get motivated. Really am. Right. Time to party. Let's go. She is ready for the coats of clear varnish. And she's looking good. This masking tape, by the way, still on. Haven't touched it, haven't changed it. Been months. And it's still on. So the other masking tape just goes to show how fucking shit you are. By the way, a bit of a hack for you. You know, if you've ever been emptying paint pots, not emptying, but you're using paint or varnish or stuff like that, how do you open the tin? Now, for all I know, there's probably a proper tool for it. But I always saw people using screwdrivers, even though we get bollocked for it off my dad. So people would use screwdrivers to open a tin. But once you've opened it and then you've closed it again, there's only so many times you can then open it with a screwdriver without it fucking up the tin and making it really difficult to open. So I'm going to show you a little hack. Okay, so here's my tin. Now the tin is closed, the lid is down, but I don't push it in all the way. I make sure it's closed and it's not going to come off. But as you may have just seen, here's the hack. A pair of scissors. Cut into the foot. No, you don't cut into it. Right, I'm not going to be able to do this because I'm holding the camera, but I'm just going to show you. So basically what you need is a long flat edge, and then you just get it under the higher part of the lid and you can pop it open. Now, as I said, I can't do this one-handed, but it'll open easier than using a screwdriver going like that. So yeah. In on the side, on the angle, more coverage, easier to pop off. Okay, bit of an update. It's been a while. I've managed to get one coat on the back, the sides and the front, and the colour is looking a hell of a lot better on it now. It's definitely going to need another coat though, so I'm just giving it a bit of time to dry before I add on the final coat, which I think it is only going to need one more coat of clear varnish, and then it's done hopefully. So yeah, I can imagine it might not look like there's been much of a difference from when I showed it earlier to now, but it is only a small difference that it makes putting the extra coat of clear on. But yeah, looking good. Haven't touched the top, but I've got to say, I must admit, every time, I'm sure I've said this recently, every time that I uncover this at the moment, I can't help, oh excuse me, ugh. See, this is weird. I'm not tired. I had a fairly decent night's sleep, but I'm yawning. I'm exhausted for some reason, even though I'm not sleeping. I don't feel right at all. But anyway, yeah, every time I uncover this lately, I sort of blurt out, I did that. And it's a good confidence boost to that. I did do that. I've just remembered as well, I got the door. You know what? I'm not going to do the door today, simply because I'm not feeling right at all. So, I mean, oddly, doing that coat of clear varnish just then, I almost felt like I'd never applied varnish before. It was weird. My hands weren't working properly. I found it very difficult to apply. I wasn't getting a nice spread. I was making a mess. It was as if I had never done it before. I don't know whether it's I'm using a different type of sponge. I'm not sure. It was just something just seemed off, and it wasn't until I started doing the front that I actually started getting a little into it. Now, it may just have been that I was applying too much to begin with, so I wasn't able to spread it. It's not the hottest of days here today. It's actually raining now. So yeah, maybe I was just applying it incorrectly. But I did find it really difficult to do, which was odd. So yeah, while I'm sat here, I'm just looking at the difference in colour from the backing piece to the actual sides, and yeah, I think with one more coat of clear varnish, it should be okay. I mean, to be honest, I probably could have put another coat of mahogany on before I put the clear on. But to be fair, as soon as I put that clear coat on, I wasn't going to touch it again. The amount of sanding work I would have had to have done would have been horrendous. So yeah, so I am just waiting for this to dry now. I mean, it shouldn't be, yeah, I mean, the back, I did the back first and the back is dry. So I am going to get the next coat started in a few moments. I'm not going to start on the door because I know the door is going to be a fiddly little fucker. It always has been because of the grooves and the styling of the door. I'm not up for that today, so I'm just simply not going to bother with that today. Instead, what I can do is get this bit finished today and leave it in situ, ready basically just to dry and cure over the next week or two. So I can then have another look at it and see if it, for some reason, it does need an additional coat of clear varnish. Now I'm pretty sure I put 3 on the top. The sides and back have now had, and front have now had 2. So hopefully the third one will level it all, balance it all out. So yeah, so I'm going to do that and leave that to dry for a few weeks, and then next time around, hopefully when I come back, I'll look at this and go, yeah, you know what, I'm happy with that, it is finito. I can get it moved off the table, and then once I've got the table freed up, then I can do the door. The door, once that has been completed, can actually be screwed back on, as long as I can open it without it having a handle on it, because I still need the handles. Yeah, so and then that is it. We are on to the final piece of the puzzle, the drawers. And then hopefully by the time I've got them finished, I'll have the handles, because ideally I want the handles before I've finished, so that when I've finished I can just go, right, screw these handles on and put them in, and put the drawers in, because one of the things I still do not know yet is if the drawers are going to slide in and out easily enough. So I've kind of got to prepare myself for potentially having to do additional sanding on the runners on the drawers and on the runners inside the unit. Now admittedly, inside the unit I have done a bit of sanding in there already, and the inside has had no varnish, so nothing has been added there, it's only been taken away. On the drawers, the runners on the drawers, they have had a coat of varnish, but they were also sanded, and I sanded the running bits quite a lot, because I knew I was going to add a layer to it. So hopefully it shouldn't be a problem, but I did remember the other day that I'm pretty sure that there is sort of set drawers that go into set holes. Now, okay, there might be, I think there's like 3 different sizes of drawers, but there's 9 drawers. So one of them, there's only 1, but of the other 8, like, they're in pairs. Now, one of those pairs will fit in one of the holes and the other one will fit in the other. Try and do it the other way around and they might not fit properly, and that's just because of the age of the wood, the way it will have swelled, expanded over time and stuff like that. So some of the drawers might not fit properly, and what I don't want to end up doing is putting a drawer in that I can't get out because it hasn't got a fucking handle on it. So yeah, I need to make sure or at least I want to make sure that I've got the handles before the drawers are finished. But still, looking around, they're still not cheap, and I must admit, new ones, they just look so shit and so cheap and nasty, but they're expensive. I mean, okay, some of them range from like, okay, you can get say 8 for 50 quid. Well, I don't need 8, I need 9, but I also need a door handle. But because they're so shit, I don't think they're worth the money. And if you're looking for actual antique ones that are in good condition, because that's what I'm after really, old but in good condition, not old and tatty like the ones on this one were. Old but in good condition, and they're fucking expensive, ranging from like £10 for one handle to £50 per handle. I'm sorry, but that 9 drawers, I'm not fucking paying 9 times 50. Thank you very fucking much. That's, how much is it? It's nearly 500 quid. So if it was 10 times 50, it would be 500 quid. So 450 quid, no, fuck off. Who in the right mind would pay 450 quid for fucking drawer handles, anyway? You have to be off to your fucking head. But yeah. So, I need to crack on and finish this. I mean, I'm definitely still not feeling motivated. I was definitely concerned applying the clear coat. I mean, I was applying it and going, I am making a mess of this. I am making an absolute fucking mess of it. I think, to be honest, I've got a bit lucky. If I hadn't have spotted I was making a mess of it, yeah, I'd have fucked it. But also on one side, there isn't a lot of light there, so I was applying the varnish and thinking, this is going much better. And then I thought, hang on a minute. Get my phone with the flashlight on it, have a look and realise, okay, you know what? I'm making a mess of that as well. So if I hadn't have checked myself, I could have fucked up the whole thing today. I still could. Now I have screwed in the rest of the screws on the backing piece. That is now firmly in place, or at least it should be. Yep, it's pretty firmly in place. So yeah. Come on, Dave, let's crack on. There's not a lot to do, and you've got plenty of time to do it, kind of. So, see now, I brought a couple of cobs with me, some biscuits, and a toffee crisp, and I'm thinking I might have to have the toffee crisp to give myself some energy and motivation. Not motivation, but energy. Give me a boost. Okay, alright, let's crack on. I've made a colossal misjudgment. I'm going to have to do some touch-up work. Yeah. Fuck. Okay, as you can tell, I'm no longer in the building. I'm out of my car now. I'm about to go home. The reason why I'm recording this in the car is because my dad's come over, getting ready for his friends coming around. So I've finished for today, so I'm heading off home, and rather than get home and then have to record a piece, I thought I'll just do it quickly now and then I'm done. So the last bit of video that I showed, hopefully you heard what I said, which is I have made a bit of a colossal misjudgment, and I'm quite annoyed at myself, but at the same time I'm not too angry, because I put what I call the final coat of clear varnish on and let it dry, and I'm walking around it, I'm looking at it, I'm touching it, I'm feeling it, and I'm trying to work out if I think it needs another clear coat, and I couldn't I couldn't make the decision. Part of me's giving it like, it looks all right. Another part's thinking, it could just do with one. I think if it had one more, it might just make it pop. So I was in two minds, couldn't make a decision. And I thought, well, you know what? I'll do something different. The masking tape has been on there for a long, long time. And I've no idea what it's going to look like when I take the masking tape off. So that's what I did. I took the masking tape off. Now, the masking tape hasn't caused any damage, really. Maybe one little bit that it's caused damage. But as I'm peeling it off... Sorry, my wipers have just gone. As I'm peeling it off, I suddenly had the thought of, hang on a minute. Why did I masking tape it all the way up to the edge? Why didn't I, like, give myself a bit of overlap? So, not overlap, underlap. So, basically, where the front edge is, leave a bit on the top edge. And basically just varnish that bit. Give myself, rather than trying to get the masking tape right up to the... I could have just given myself a margin. So, I'm annoyed that I'm going to have to do some touch-up work. And I'm going to have to do a bit extra on it. But at the same time, I'm glad that I decided to take the masking tape off, because now I've learnt a lesson, and now I know what I need to do next time. It doesn't matter if the rest of it needs another coat or not. I've got to do this touch-up work, and basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to take what I learnt doing the backing piece repair. So basically what I'm going to do, I've already sanded around the edges, because that's another thing. Having the masking tape all the way up to the edge, it had left a few lips of like varnish, which didn't look good, didn't feel good. So I've sanded that off as well. So touch-up work to be done, but I'm going to get some... I've still got some varnish. Well, I'm going to get my cotton buds. I've already sanded the area, so next time I can come along, just give it a quick wipe down, and then I'm going to get my cotton buds in the varnish and just give myself that little margin that I should have done before. I'm not going to put any masking tape on, I don't need to. I'm basically just going to, with the cotton bud, put a margin around all of the openings. And do the touch-ups that I need to. Now, obviously, one coat of varnish isn't going to match up, so I may have to go over it 2 or 3 times. I probably won't need to clear coat it, because it is on the inside really, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do next time. But at least I know now. And to be fair, I was sort of stood there going, well, do I put a layer of it? No. Stop now. You're fucked. Go home. So that's pretty much exactly what I'm going to go and do now. I'm going to go home and see if I can recover, because my back is fucked. So yeah. So interestingly though, I am now I'm motivated now to do that, and I am pissed off with myself, because I don't know why I didn't think of just backing up the masking tape a bit. And for anyone watching my videos, why didn't you fucking tell me? But if you'd never thought of it, maybe you would now. Give yourself that margin. It'd have saved me a hell of a lot of hassle. I mean, okay, it's not going to be hassle. It's going to save me a hell of a lot. It would have saved me a hell of a lot of time, especially with how long I took masking tape, or putting that masking tape on, trying to make sure it was right up to the edge and perfect, when in actual fact what I needed to do was not go for perfection. If I'd have done that, it would have looked more perfect. But anyway, okay, I'm going to go home. See you later. Have a good one. Maybe. It's fucking raining. See you in a bit.